state of mankind. How much do you know? Excerpts from How the Spectre of Communism is Ruling Our World. 10. Communism derives its organization and ideology from those of gangs and cults. In the East, communism is represented by party leaders such as Vladimir Lenin, Josef Stalin, Mao Zedong, Jiang Zemin, and their followers. The situation in the West is more complex, as the devil selected powerful elites in government, business, academia, religion, and other fields to carry out its schemes to undermine society. Once upright religions have been infused with the secular religion of socialism. The devil's representatives within the church alter traditional teachings and even alter the Holy Scriptures. They created liberation theology to infuse an upright faith with Marxist ideology and class struggle, and spread moral perversion among the clergy. Because of this, many believers have lost hope in the church and have given up faith in God's salvation. God's created the family, state, and church to be the cornerstones of human civilization. The family is an important bastion of morality and tradition and serves as a conduit for culture to be passed from one generation to the next. The devil attacks the traditional family and gender roles using feminism, anti-patriarchy, sexual liberation, and the legalization of homosexuality, encouraging cohabitation, adultery, divorce, and abortion. Destroying the family is a key part of the devil's plan to eradicate humankind. Seizing the opportunity of a weakened Russia after World War I, the devil incited revolution to force the Tsar to abdicate, then launched the October Revolution to usurp power. Following that was the creation of the Soviet Union, the world's first socialist regime. The Communist International was also created to export revolution worldwide. In 1919 and 1921, communist parties were established in the United States and China, with both taking their orders from Soviet Russia. Backed by the Soviet Union and taking advantage of the ravages of World War II, the Chinese Communist Party took over China with violence and treachery. Upon seizing power, both the Soviet and Chinese Communist parties ruthlessly slaughtered tens of millions of their own people in times of peace. The Chinese Communist Party continued the course of revolution under the dictatorship of the proletariat and launched the hitherto unprecedented Cultural Revolution, declaring a war on the achievements of human civilization and launching a savage assault on China's 5,000-year-old traditional culture. Since the 1980s, the party has introduced economic reforms to stave off collapse, but the political sphere has remained under strict totalitarian control. To this day, the party maintains its tight grip on power through campaigns of suppression, such as the crackdown on the democracy movement and the persecution of Falun Gong. China's imperial court, the Western divine right of kings, and the American system of checks and balances are forms of government established by gods for humans according to their unique cultures and environments. Unable to take power through revolution in the West, the devil used ideological subversion to establish and exert control. Apart from violent revolution, Western countries have broadly adopted various characteristics of the communist system. Law originates from divine commandment and is founded on morality. Redefining the concepts of morality and freedom, the devil has influenced the formulation and interpretation of laws. In communist countries of the East, the devil interprets laws as it pleases. In the West, it distorts laws through subversion and modifies them to redefine human actions and uproot moral concepts of good and evil. It shields vices such as murder, adultery, and homosexuality, while punishing upstanding citizens. Abolishing the gold standard and adopting a fluctuating fiat currency has caused perennial economic crises. Traditional wisdom governing sustainable finance has lost relevance, trapping governments and individuals alike in a culture of overconsumption and excessive spending. National sovereignty has been weakened by government debt, and people are encouraged to borrow endless amounts of money from the banks and the state. The devil has manipulated globalization to help it establish a world government that infringes on individual countries' sovereign rights. On the one hand, it promoted the utopian prospects of organizations and catchphrases like the League of the Nations, United Nations, regional integration, and world government. On the other, it threatens leaders and nations into following its directives. It robs people of their peace and security by fabricating war and social upheaval. The aim is to bring the whole world under one totalitarian hyper-government and impose tight administrative, ideological, and population control.